worldwide. Sanitized between each of the speakers, please. So let's just get someone up here. Thank you so much. Next is a long-term supporter of FIDA, the Danish embassy represented by Joseph Iman. Welcome.
Viongozi oye! Viongozi oye! Everybody gather today to read the because of the pressure that they should start. So that's why I said today are here. Our chief guest, Honorable Dr. Nasir Raza, Executive Secretary Justice of the Republic of Kenya, who continues to serve this republic with great integrity. Federation of Women Lawyers Chair, Nancy Kilu, and indeed the entire guest of FIDA. Honorable members of Parliament gathered here, Deputy Governor's President, Representatives from various agencies, Mrs. Rena Bulu, Madeleine Nawache, Madam Srakut, President of Partners, Civil Society Partners President, esteemed aspirants attending this Federation Academy, members of the Board of State, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I have to use the protocol list and make a habit. According to what the debate figure for completing this academy, we as the Danish Embassy are very proud of our long-standing partnership with FIDA. There are many things that we have supported FIDA on, and indeed we've had discussions on how we can support this academy and the both Kasala campaign. And I can confirm to you today that we are very keen to ensure that we are part in promoting the participation of women in leadership. I also want to, in a very special way, congratulate all of you who are gathered here. Perhaps I should start by congratulating you for being selected. I have been advised that I am very happy. So I ask you to clap for yourself, please. And the evidence that you are shown in participating in this academy is despite the many barriers that are well documented, because we face very specific barriers to the participation in politics. But despite that, you are defiant and committed to ensuring that you play your part and there is still contest for politics. So also congratulate you for that opportunity. Another point that I have to make is that it is most desirable that we have more women being in political leadership. It is well documented that women really are close attention to the issues that affect society. Indeed, women are the fulcrum of society. I don't think anyone can say that. And because of that very fact, women really precious, important, and the people is from this society. And therefore, based on that proven facts, we really hope that more women will get elected in politics. As I conclude, I want to wish all of you the very best in your campaigns. I know the first hurdle that you have to face is the first nominations, the ones that are not done as defendants. We wish you well. I know you are the very wishes that first nominations are difficult, but you have the strength, you have the energy to be able then to do the very best that you can and get the first nominations. Secondly, I know that after that, it's our hope that you will qualify as first nominations. Once you become qualified candidates, we wish you the very best in your campaigns. We run this campaign with vigor, with energy, but above all, integrity. And I hope that so thank you very much, and I wish you well, and all the very best in this academy. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Joseph Imani, representing the Danish embassy. And as I invite our representative from the European Union, very boldly, I want very quickly, for those who are already in elected positions, MCAs who are already MCAs, that please stand up for your officers. Round of applause for these women. All of you are planning to be MCAs. Representative from the European Union, Mr. Please, a round of applause. And I'll keep introducing more as they come. Thank you.
Many thanks, everyone. I'm actually from the European Union, Mr. Rodney, Corporation, Senator Wallace. Honorable Chief Guest and all present here, I do actually have a list, but because we have women and we're moving onwards and onwards, I address you as Chair of the Development Partners Group of Denver and the co-chair of the National Sector Working Group that is chaired by Ron Williams. The Gender Sector Working Group is a stakeholders forum that brings together all actors in gender equality and women empowerment for effective and coordinated delivery of development results. The platform creates an opportunity for a more holistic engagement in matters related to gender equality in Kenya, nationally and at country level. It promotes coordinated technical support in pursuit of Kenya's development priorities in line with Kenya's
I could do speeches pan.
The EU and the government of Kenya and all stakeholders share common goals of inequality and the principles of effective development cooperation to benefit our decision to take on this role. On the EU side, we will be guided by the Gender Equality Strategy 2025 and the Collective Action Plan, GAP3, that was launched 1 year ago. This ambition translated into 7 priorities we have identified for the next 7 years of the EU partnership, with a dedicated focus on women, youth, and especially groups, including those vulnerable. The empowerment of the right sex for women and youth will be both a horizontal priority as well as the main target specific actions. Priority areas of work will include 1. Improve access to quality youth-friendly sexual and reproductive health services and information. 2. Women and youth participation in politics and decision-making processes. That's why we're here today. 3. Support Kenya's efforts to eliminate GBV and other harmful practices. 4. Promote and protect the rights of children. 5. Improving skills, economic opportunities, and reducing the digital gap. 6. More equal access to information and basic services. And 7. Advancing the peace and security agenda. Now, in the nation, we are of course several ongoing projects on gender. We are mandated to have almost 85% of all our new actions to gender equality by 2025. There's a shared strategic vision, close cooperation with member states. I heard my then British colleague who spoke earlier, and in Kenya. So we work together as Team Europe, focusing on selected key issues for a more coordinated and impactful response. As Kenya heads towards general elections, the role of gender equality and representation becomes even more important. The realization of the two-thirds gender rule is essential. Whilst I acknowledge a significant increase in the number of women in politics in the last election, we must all do more to keep that priority in the upcoming elections. This is why actions such as the Women Leadership Academy, part of the Vote Alliance campaign, that seeks to increase public discourse on the role of women, and very crucially, the persons with disability in political leadership is so very important. Women make up for over 50% of the population. However, the participation in the electoral process is not set in reality. I wish you the best at this national possibility for your political aspirants seeking elections. Congratulations to you all as we work together to achieve better and more fair gender equality. Best of luck to all the candidates.
Thank you so very much for your remarks. I want to continue to introduce those who are already sitting in various spaces. Do we have members of parliament in the room? Members of parliament in the room, are we standing? Please stand up if we do. Members of parliament nominated or elected. You can see that there's that lady, so you need to take and you need to take on. Now, allow me to introduce, sorry. Oh, potential MPs. Excellent. Excellent. Allow me to now invite onto the stage Madam Christina Armand, the Assistant Inspector General, Director of Gender Affairs in the Office of the Inspector General of Police, to make some remarks. Please, a round of applause for our
Good morning, everyone. My name is Josephine Matuma, Assistant Inspector General, National Police Service. I'm here representing LG. Also, exchanges of service.
Split anasema mwaka
inviting space for women and persons with disabilities in the culture. I'm impressed by the different effort towards increasing opportunities for these disadvantaged groups in elected positions in the forthcoming federal elections. I can assure you of the National Police Service support. We have taken in measures to ensure persons who will be vying for political positions to serve election groups. And we have further identified political hotspots areas where more police presence will be required for the safety of the aspirants as well as citizens. Police officers are also being taken through various short process on election preparedness, and I believe this will make us better prepared for the elections. The National Police Service is also building capacity for police officers in handling gender-based violence and recently launched its coordinates which will have one source to handle such cases. We are also equipping our officers with knowledge, skills, attitude to handle persons with disabilities with the requisite sensitivity. Lastly, I take this opportunity to applaud the contributions of Mr. and other esteemed partners who found it worth to support these
Nizime alafu niwashe. Shida ni
With my assurance to
napoteza
you
signal.
that our doors will remain open
Zingine alafu
when
niwashe.
you matters and will make us do our best in the citizens of the government. We are aware that police officers are non-partisan and will provide security before, during, and after the general election. That is all my report is clearly right. The General of the Police Service and the President of African Board.
Thank you so much for that, Olivia. And a round of applause for Madam Rana. Next week, we need to celebrate women and whatever positions they are in. Now, a quick one. If your vehicle is registration KAR 080J, KAR 080J, please move your car. Thank you. Just look at people. Let's keep going. Now, as we keep climbing and listening to the speeches, look around. How many deputy governors do we have in the room? Senators, elected and nominated? I want you to see the dots that they are. You know that the numbers are not specified. You can't count the number of elected governors and senators in one. This is to step into. I want to invite our convener and our host this morning. Our figure Kenya chairperson and a real champion for women's rights in so many ways. The visionary that has put this together, Nancy Kidd. A round of applause for her. Oh, I think we can do better than that. And he and Karen will invite our female speakers. Viongozi mko. Viongozi mko. Asanteni sana. We are very excited as we get to have all of you here. Thank you very much. I will go through the protocol because we are the boss to allow you to do that. Our chief guest, our member, Honorable Justice Dr. Nancy Baraza, retired Chief Justice in charge of the Supreme Court, honorable members of Parliament who are coming in and who are there, because I know we are many members of Parliament. Deputy Governor President, I know we are many members of the Council Assemblies, representatives from various state agencies, chairman of the our development partners, Humankind Wildlife, Sweet Embassy for the Ford Foundation, Diaconia, US Embassy, European Union, civil societies, partners present, esteemed women aspirants attending the Women Leadership Academy. Members of the Board of States, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning again. Now, as we are, as I said, very excited, we're very happy to officiate this opening of the Women Leadership Academy 2021. On behalf of Figure Kenya, I want to welcome each one of you who is here today very warmly and telling you that you're not here by accident. You're here by design. The Women Leadership Academy is part of Figure Kenya's Bold Agenda campaign that is supported by Women's Worldwide Outcome Program through the Dutch Ministry of Foreign Affairs and is co-founded and funded by Ford Foundation. This program speaks to sustainable development for 5 that aims to achieving gender equality and empower all women. This goal also lays a foundation for achieving Figure Kenya's mission, which is to promote women's individual and collective power to claim their rights in all spheres of life. Additionally, it aligns with Figure Kenya's 2018 to 2022 strategic plan, which identifies women's participation in leadership as one of the strategies for achieving this plan. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to mention that subsequent to the Women Conference held in August this year, and a clear call to go the data campaign to set the ball rolling, and we received over 350 applications from women aspirants, including incumbents who are willing to join the Women's Leadership Academy. As we are gathered here for the past cohort training, I would like to express our sincere appreciation to our donors in providing the much-needed support to start off. I would also like to express my gratitude to the like-minded institutions and individuals who continue to journey with us in enhancing the participation of women in leadership and decision-making skills. As Figure, we recognize that such concerted efforts will promote women's full participation as equal citizens across the globe. We are extremely pleased that over 350 women leaders across the country with different political persuasions leaders to our cause and have here to join us today. This is a testament that women leadership academy is healthy and gender responsive initiative critical for strengthening the participation of women in elections. Participants to this training program today will benefit from training around topical issues around elections. Alongside, they will learn on how to strategically position themselves in preparations for the elections and how to leverage the political party process to secure political positions. This training will be facilitated by highly experienced knowledgeable experts, some of who are here today, and will learn topics such as electoral laws, pretrial and trial preparation with electoral disputes, security for the candidates. We already had the assurance from the representative of IG, political analysis, resource mobilization, branding, communication, media engagement, self-care, and mental health. I am sure participants will also find experience sharing their experiences, which are valuable, and that there will be a lot of sisterhood amongst all ladies. We look forward to a successful training program, and I strongly encourage you to put your party affiliations aside and become actively engaged in various training sessions and discussions lined up for you this week. Thank you all, and I wish you a very successful training. Now, allow me to introduce our chief guest, who I believe is very well known to you. As I mentioned earlier, she's a PhD holder and lecturer at the University of Nairobi. She has served as the Chief Justice of the Republic of Kenya. She is a founder of this great organization. And please clap for her. What you see today is the seeds that the likes of Dr. Nancy Baraza sowed. Please clap for her. She's a mother of two, and our mentor, Azeni, she saw us in the 90s as babies, trying to look up to them in figure, and I welcome you, Dr. Nancy Baraza, to address this meeting.
Good morning to you all. All your hopes and dreams are valid. Now, the coming into force of the 2010 Constitution shone a new dawn into the rights and fair position in Kenya. It provided for gender equality, non-discrimination, and human dignity as one of the core national values. This new era saw many women openly vie for safety targets, as well as pushing for women's rights, which has improved the economic, social, and political progress for all. Noteworthy is the fact that despite women forming a majority of the population in Kenya, they are underrepresented in leadership positions. On the legal and politics sphere, there are a vast number of laws which cater to women leadership as provided in the Constitution, Acts of Parliament, and international legal instruments by virtue of Article 25 and 26 of our Constitution. Under the Constitution of Kenya, Article 19.3 guarantees rights and fundamental freedoms for each individual and places an obligation on the states to implement the same. Article 38 provides for political rights, while Article 81b requires that not more than 2/3 of the members of the elective public bodies shall be of the same gender. Further, Article 97(2) provides for election of 47 women representatives. This article is not clear whether the 47 seats are reserved for women only, or whether men might come out to vie as women representatives. I am a teacher of very peculiar students at the School of Law University of Nairobi, and usually take me on this. And we ask you to come out with large numbers and contest for this case so that they are not captured by men. This time, the law is not very clear on it, so I can capitalize on it. So please come out in that manner. Article 98 has some affirmative action provisions for special groups. In that regard, it reserves 16 positions for women nominated by political parties. Woman representative may use the person with disabilities. Now, the Kenyan statutory laws touching on politics and elections include the Elections Act, the Election Offences Act, the Election Campaign Financing Act, the Leadership and Integrity Act, the IEBC Act, the Political Parties Act, among several others. International law provisions include the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, specifically Article 21, which provides for political rights. The International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights under Article 3 provides for equality of men and women in politics. The Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women, which we call the Women's Bill of Rights, under Article 7 and Article 8 provides for women's political rights. Regionally, the African Charter on Human Rights and Human and People's Rights under Article 13 also provides for political rights to vote. Statistically, a report published by FIDA and NBI, that is the National Democratic Institute, shows that there has been a significant increase in the number of women occupying areas in parliament over the years. In 2013, there were 145 women elected parliament, while in 2017, there were 170. There were out of 1,883 elected seats, parliament hearings, because of course Senate and National Assembly, women representative, and Chamber of County Assembly. Now, in 2013, the breakdown was you want to see this governance, deputy governance,
By the way, mimi nakata documentary yako.
senators,
Ulifanya nini zote?
women elected members of
Tumeambiwa moja
parliament,
peke yake.
Acha
Haki ya Mungu.
women reps, 47. Nominated women for special interest groups, 12. Nominated women to Senate for police office, 16. Women nominated to represent the youth and persons with disabilities, 2. Members of county assembly, 82. An additional 680 women were nominated to each the 2/3 governors, 7. Senators, women elected as members of parliament, 33.
kutengeneza bani.
Women reps, 47. Nominated women to special interest groups, 6. 5. Nominated women to the Senate for police officers, 16. Nominated women nominated to represent the youth and persons with disabilities. Members of county assembly, 96. Right, so we see some little progress, not to them. Now, the representation of women in politics has had a variety of reactions, ranging from strategic litigation to level the field and failure of certain bills in parliament for lack of women political members. Probably if I may digress from my speech at least. These critical numbers, the one-third gender group, the one-third number that we require for any decision making is scientific. It is not a random number picked from nowhere. It is scientific. That is why we must struggle with the help that we are getting from our donors and leaders to ensure that we cover the gender gap and meet at least that one factor. Why scientific? Those of us who participate in class or theory, it is rooted in what we call critical mass theory, which has been recognized by the United Nations that unless you have a third of that mass of decision making, for example, in Parliament, we have 270, 290. We must have at least a third. Below a third, you never feel the effect or the impact of the contribution of the women. So these policies are these token figures that we give women to go to parliament. They cannot give us that impact that we say, yes, women are in parliament, and they are impacting on the quality of bills that are being passed. In fact, 16 is too low. So that is why we must struggle. We must keep the fight and make sure that you get into the decision making in parliament, in the county assemblies, etc., so that we realize the effects of decision making by women. Now, in 2012, Professor Imuigai, the then Attorney General, sought an advisory opinion from the Supreme Court on whether the two-third gender rule was to be implemented immediately. Right? The court held that that section required progressive implementation. The court proceeded to advise Parliament to enact the law before the 27th of August 2022. We are in the year of our Lord 2021. We do not have that law. A petition was lodged at the High Court in which the court ordered that Parliament enacts the required law within 60-day period. Failure to which any person will be free to lodge a petition with the Chief Justice to advise the President to dissolve Parliament. And we all know that the Chief Justice elect David Maraga is will in the final analysis, to empower women is to empower the entire society. Despite there being an increase in the women's representation since the adoption of the Constitution in 2010, the number is still very low. So we shall feel our usefulness as decision makers. So continue having low numbers of women as decision making units. Women are powerful agents of change. And they are needed in decision making so as to safeguard the interests of all concerned parties and stakeholders. If I may give you a quotation from Theodore Roosevelt, the man in Arena, and I quote, "It is not the critic who counts, not the woman who points out how the strong woman stumbles, or where the doer of peace would have done better. The credit belongs to the woman who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs and who falls down, who comes short again and again. Don't fear. Because there is no effort without error and shortcoming. But who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasm, the great devotion, who spends herself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of higher achievements, and who at the worst, if she fails, at least fails while clearly ready, so that her place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat. Thank you very much for being
Another round of applause, please, for the Deputy Chief. Ladies and gentlemen, legacy comes from the work that we do, and we don't know the impact that it has in the places where we operate. Imagine many years ago when Dr. Nancy Perazzo was a young woman having disqualified as an advocate. Would you ever have thought that you would have produced this result? Allow us to ask you to be upstanding, ladies and gentlemen. Let us give a standing ovation for this visionary of the Republic of Kenya and what it will be. The people of the Deputy, ladies and gentlemen, please celebrate Dr. Nancy Perazzo. Please celebrate this speaker. We do because we must. We dare because we don't know those who are coming behind us. True or not true? Whether you win or not this round, it doesn't mean that the race is over or that the war is won. Just that. Allow me to invite you now to go and have a cup of tea or coffee, but before I do, please take a seat so that we can do a couple of things. Number one, tea and coffee will be served in various serving places. Please ensure that you grab your tea or your coffee as quickly as possible. While you do, we want to introduce to you our wonderful singer, songstress, composer, Sefu, who will be on stage, and she will sing for you the Boat at Ghana song, which was specifically composed for this time and in this season. So in a minute, I will introduce her and she will come on stage and we will celebrate her. Please make sure that you observe the protocols of COVID. We're still in a pandemic, it's not And lastly, at 10:45, Swiss time, 10:45, you will have people ushering you to come back. Please do come in because we've got the panel that will answer the most relevant questions to you. Resources, party nominations, tickets, support, and all the other questions that you have. So, to everybody else. Yes or no? Yes. Excellent, fantastic. Sir, please go on to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our wonderful concert. So we can go from here, you're most welcome to be away. Oh, come, we want to see you. A round of applause for her, she comes up, please.
Good morning. Good morning. Wamama hoye. Wanawake hoye. Tumesema kwamba tunachukua hivi viti, si ndio? Sasa ningependa kwamba tusimame ili tu celebrate sisi kama wamama, kama watu ambao wanachukua kura na watakuwa in leadership. Na pia ningependa, this is a song that is celebrating women from all the levels. And we are inviting you as women to sing and to dance and for us to rise up into the leadership. The time has come for women leadership to rise. Women from the national and county levels, young, old, minority and marginalized women, women with disabilities, women in the grassroots. Wakati sasa, kauli moja, vote Adada. I'd like to invite our chief guest, Dr. Nancy. I'd like to invite our chief guest, Dr. Nancy. Wakati sasa, utatata, wawa siwale, wakati wetu umefika, wanawake silale, wamama hoye, wamama hoye, wanawake hoye, tuko tayari au la? Tuko tayari au la? Kauli mbiu ni moja. Kauli mbiu ni gani? Kauli mbiu ni gani? And today we are celebrating Dr. Nancy Baraza, who is our woman hero. We are celebrating Nancy Kinu. We are celebrating each and every one of us. So I want to invite us to dance. When we say Bota Dada, I want to see your hands up in the air. Let's go. Yes. Yes. And then after that, there is this dance that we have. It's very simple and we can all do it. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go. But it's a bit fast. Let's go. Wamama msilale, wakati wetu umefika, wanawake msilale. Wananiangusha. Wamama msilale, wakati wetu umefika, wanawake msilale. Wamama msilale, wakati wetu, makofi, wanawake msilale. Katika uchaguzi, katika uongozi, wakati ni sasa. Katika uchaguzi, katika uongozi, wakati ni sasa. Mama msilale, wakati wetu umefika, wanawake msilale. Thank you very much. Let's go from the top. Okay, the dance that I taught you, let's go. For women leadership to rise. Women from the national and county levels, young, old, minority and marginalized women, women with disabilities, women in the grassroots. Wakati sasa, kauli moja, vote Adada. Tungane pamoja, wakati ni sasa. Tuungane pamoja, kauli mbiu moja, wakati ni sasa. Mama msilale, wakati wetu umefika, wanawake msilale. Mchana msilale, wakati wetu umefika, wanawake msilale. Katika uchaguzi, katika uongozi, wakati ni sasa. Katika uchaguzi, katika uongozi, wakati ni sasa. Mama msilale, wakati wetu umefika, wanawake msilale. Jana msilale, wakati wetu umefika, Wakenya msilale. Wilayani, mashinani, hapa mjini, wilayani, mashinani, hapa mjini. Mama msilale, wakati wetu umefika, wanawake msilale. Jana msilale, wakati wetu umefika, Wakenya msilale. Mama msilale, wakati wetu umefika, wanawake msilale. Jana msilale, wakati wetu umefika, Wakenya msilale. Wilayani, hapa mjini, mama msilale, wakati wetu umefika, wanawake msilale. Jana msilale, wakati wetu umefika, Wakenya msilale. Msilale, wakati wetu umefika, wanawake msilale. Vijana msilale, wakati wetu umefika, Wakenya msilale. Wakati wetu umefika, wanawake msilale. Vijana msilale, wakati wetu umefika, Wakenya msilale. Wetu umefika, wanawake msilale. Jana msilale. Tafadhali tunataka kuongeza meza kwa stage. Asanteni sana wamama, tusilale.
Hiyo mic, hiyo unasikia? Hiyo. We are slowing down. Hiyo speed nimeona iko mbio sana. Inaweza leta njaa haraka.
Dakika kieko kega kuwete kanugani hoke kana kwa hosa kana hosa. Yeah.
Kina dada tunaombwa turudi ndani. Dada tunaombwa tafadhali turudi kwenye turudi kwenye jumba la mkutano. Tafadhali dada turudi kwenye jumba. Tunaomba tafadhali dada turudi ndani kwenye jumba la mkutano. Tafadhali turudi ndani kwenye jumba la mkutano. Karibuni, tuko tayari kuanza sehemu inayofuata. Kwa hivyo tunaomba turudi ndani kwenye jumba la mkutano. Tumeombwa tafadhali turudi kwenye jumba la mkutano. Asanteni sana. On behalf of Renee, the Madam MC, please come back into the hall. We are humbly requesting that you come back into the hall. Kindly, let's come back into the hall. Kindly, let's come back into the hall.
Nikae hapa kidogo nifanye quotation fulani hapa. Right.
Come back into the hall. Karibuni. Ladies and gentlemen, can we please come back into the hall on behalf of Madam MC? Tafadhali turudi kwenye jukwaa ili
Thank you. Allow us to come back into the room, please. If my ushers can help me to get the ladies to come back into the room, I will be real.
turudi ndani tafadhali. Turudi ndani tafadhali.
Thank you so very much. A round of applause for Africa. And my poetry on there. Great, allow me to ask you to take your seat. Allow me to ask you to take your seat, please. Thank you. I want us to go now into the panel discussion. These are the insights from the political parties and the independent candidates. Please take your seats. Thank you so very much. Now, a brief housekeeping rules. First, sorry ladies, I can't hear beyond this. This is the thing about being out. Any woman in public sphere will not be able to shout as loud as them, but we can be even twice as impactful. Correct? Twice as impactful. Now, if you are found a gray infinite phone, a gray infinite phone that might be lying around somewhere, if you give it to me, there's one of the ladies who has misplaced hers, and I will be happy to pass it on to her. The next panel is on the impact of political parties and independent candidates. And in this session, we'll be looking through all the questions from party nominations to how we get the tickets to financing and resourcing, and all the other questions we have. Ladies, allow me to ask you for your attention, please. Let me ask for your attention, please. I'm about to start writing your tickets. Ladies, I'm going to ask for your attention, please. Thank you. The next session is from the insights from political parties and independent candidates. We invited all the secretary generals from all of the parties that you can see that are listed here. That is to say, Jubilee Party, ODM, UDA, KANU, Wiper, North Kenya, ANC, United Green Movement Party. Not all of them are here, but I want to be respectful of your time and of the fact that you're here. So I'd like the permission for us to get started with those who are here, those who are on their way and find us happy this day, because I know that it's important to you. Is that okay? Excellent, thank you so much. So please allow me to invite onto the stage in the order in which they have been invited and are present. The chair of the ODM Elections Committee, Catherine Mumba. You can sit at 360. Now, I understand that Salome Diaco from UTA, who is the legal advisory on electoral matters, is here or is coming. She will join us as she comes. Allow me to invite onto the stage Beatrice Aguilera, the National Chairperson of the Women's Congress, and myself and myself. Eunice Lumanas, who is the Secretary Coalition Coordinator of White Party. Asha Bashir, the Deputy Secretary General, North Kenya, welcome. Please come on to stage as I call you. Susan Muhammad, who is the head of events at the ANC.
Kwa speaker.
Hamisa Malik Zaka, who is the Secretary General of the United Green Movement Party. And Grace Kanya, who is Secretary General of the Ideal Democratic and Economic Party. I might just ask you to stand where you are, Grace. I know we met earlier. There you are. Can I shift you for a minute and bring you here so that we can get the money to you very easily? Is that okay? Excellent, thank you so much. Now, in terms of the way in which we're going to conduct the next session, I will ask a few opening questions to enable each one of our speakers to make a few opening remarks. After that, I will open it to the floor so that you can ask the questions that are relevant to you. I will then have a group of 4 roving mics. If you might just put your hand up, where do you introduce yourself? Quickly, name and what you're aspiring for, and short question. Is that a good deal? So that we can get as many answers as possible. For those who are on stage, I'll ask you to take the lapel mics and turn them on and hold on to them. These will be your communication devices for learning. We're doing this to make sure that we are we did for the protocol. So just give us a minute to think about the questions that you have for those who are before us today. Now, even as we get ourselves set up in terms of the microphones, here's an interesting study that is going to be launched today. The feedback people and policy gap analysis on women political participation in Kenya. Many of the things that you will see on that report are already lost. They're being already told. Some of them, the persistence of violence, the threats to violence, the verbal abuse, as barriers to deter women from running for office and undermining the effectiveness of those who are already in political positions. A failure to comply with the spirit and the limit of the very robust legal framework that exists already to ensure women's presence and influence in government. Of course, our chief guest spoke about this and the challenges with implementation. We're still challenging the gender principle. And interestingly, I was talking earlier with one of the analysts here who was saying, as women, you have to think strategically of how 2/3 is not going to become a minimum. But it's going to be, it is not going to become the maximum, but a minimum. That there must be more. 50%, 50.4%. Surely, at 50.4%, it should be better representation. And these are just some of the challenges. As we talk to each of the Secretary Generals, we will be asking Secretaries General, we will be asking these and others. Our sign language interpreter is Florence Epstein. Florence, do you want to stand up so that everyone can see you? I don't know whether we want to move you onto a place where more people can see you. Can we get another chair up here so that Florence can be up on stage so everyone can communicate with everyone? Now, have a seat for Florence here, and then can we put another seat so that we can also have all of our secretaries general, those who are here, those who come and meet us along the way, they will join us. So please, I don't know if it's possible for us to bring it in. Now, where are my ushers? I need my young man. Come on, move quickly. I'm about to employ a number of people to do this work. I need my ushers to bring me a chair up on stage real quick. And if all else should fail, I shall do it. It doesn't have to be that chair. This is a good chair with the I want Florence also to, I think, you stand the entire time. Excellent. And then, Grace, welcome to the next chair. Wonderful, there we go. Come, thank you. Salome, yeah. Excellent. Right. Excellent. I don't want to spend too much time arranging furniture also. I think the conversation is more important and hearing the voices and answering your questions. So, shall we get started? Now, I want to start with you, Captain Muma, and go straight to the questions. Now, you recently reviewed the European rules and criteria for elections and structures for nomination. And we noted that when you announced this review, one of the things that you were looking to address was the rush at the last minute that creates, in some cases, not just those all parties but indeed many parties across the board, party primary chaos. Now, speak a little bit to what the changes are to the rules, what the challenges are, and how women who are looking for to vie on the European ticket can benefit from these changes or can take some kind of or benefit from these changes. Thank you very much.
elections are not events. Elections is a process and a stepwise process that, if not properly planned, will definitely go away. So once I was appointed the chair of the National Election Board, the first thing I did was to look at the tools I was required to deliver my task as an election management body. Now, the primary tools are, number one, the rules of the game. You need rules that are compliant to the Constitution. You need rules that are clear to all those who participate. And you need rules that are just and fair and also inclusive of marginalized communities. You also need the register. The practice in Kenya is that party primaries have always been affected by the mass, where when audience believe whether it's carrying out the party primaries, normally you will find that the same people who voted in the beginning party primaries are also voting in the audience party primaries and are also voting in Wiper and so on. So for me, it was crucial that the voter register for my party must be correct, must only be a voter register only party. So when I got in, the first two things I looked at were the rules and the membership register. As we're speaking now, we have an ODM membership register that is developed up to the policy. So nobody will be able to vote ODM unless they are registered ODM member. Nobody will also be able to buy unless they are ODM registered member. When it comes to the rules, the ODM has good rules, but some of them have broad provisions. So what I ensured is that we made all the rules very, very clear. For instance, we have clarified that in the methods of voting or selecting candidates for ODM, we will use all the formulas that are in place. We are encouraging consensus so that to minimize the fallouts and a lot of negative competition. We are also acknowledging that direct nomination is also a method that is used worldwide in nominating those from a party. We are also using the delegates list, and we are using universal suffrage using only members of the party. So that is the immediate changes that I brought before. But secondly, we also decided that we need to establish election timing. And we went and met with IEBC. We protested the idea of IEBC telling all political parties to carry out the elections between 12th April and 2nd April. That is actually a recipe for chaos. And we asked the parties, the IEBC should only give us the end by date and allow political parties who want to select their candidates to do so early. And I was the first one to actually advertise for presidential candidates. And I did so last year and received some applicants, but we put it in abeyance because we have to statutorily meet the requirement of valid delegates. So in the last few months, we have been carrying out the party grassroots elections in accordance with the Constitution of Kenya, the Constitution of Kenya, in order for us to have valid legitimate delegates. I hope that suffices.
Thank you, Catherine. And allow me to invite you, because we're so close together on the stage, and you have an hour to keep your hands on. I'll just put my hand to the let's keep it the topic. And I want to come for our next question. Yes, I see. I shall open the floor to questions. Allow each of them to question. Okay? Okay, thank you very much. And then we can consolidate the questions. The first one is your hand up. That is not what women should be doing, putting their hands up more often. So, allow me to come now to Betty, in terms of the national chairperson of and Women's Congress. Now, when we're talking about delegates and indeed getting tickets, part of the challenge in the past has been that where there have then been mergers or there have been agreements between parties, that very often we see that in the agreement to support only one participant or only one aspect of the plan, sometimes women tend to lose out on not being the parties chosen. As a party that has been in collaboration with the what are you doing this time to ensure that if one of our aspirants gets a ticket on campus, if there's an agreement at the national level, that she does not become the loser or the victim of that agreement when it is agreed that a particular constituency or a particular seat, only one aspirant shall be chosen.
Thank you very much. And allow me to start by saying that to be elected is not the same as to be nominated. And that, to answer your question, is among the narratives that's often used for women, where after what year, nomination. And we all know that nomination itself is another story that we need a separate conference to discuss. Speaking from the perspective of the Common Party, and also as co-chair for the Life Kenya Alliance, this is a reality we are so alive for, because as decisions are being made earlier, as decisions are being made in the night meetings, you find that the women are actually left aside. By the time you wake up, you have put a shot and these elections are going to be won or lost by women. Wanting to run for the various seats. Number one, women must occupy in your parties the positions of influence. Do not be like you that needing one for women congress, needing I do for congress, I do for the women league. No, other places. I mean, that is one of the ways that they have managed to keep us in a cocoon, speaking with ourselves, but we are not on the table where decisions are being made. We are thinking about our rights party constitution that generates positions and qualifications for who can become what. And we internally are discussing the status quo to ensure that women are rising from the top to the bottom, including the women, Number two, we need to be informed. If you're running through a party, know what your party stands for and know what is the need for you in your party constitution. Because what is in the constitution is what is legal and it is what you can challenge in a court of in the event that you are actually, discriminated against. How else we can also ensure that a coalition form the special interest groups, and this is not only women, but it is women. We have to speak up for youth, we have to speak up for PWD to be sure that we are all those tables that as we are doing our mapping, let us agree. This is happy, happy is that in a mama, that should become everything. And for the kind of party we have experiences for those that we can share, there are many of us here in this meeting, and we're also happy to share some of the documentation that can help protect you in your own party to ensure that you are not discriminated against when it comes to coalition.
Thank you so much. And we'll be unpacking a lot more of those in the short part. So let me come to you now, Hamisa. New parties or smaller parties have the extra challenge of being able to brand themselves and to shout as loudly as parties that are already existing or parties that are for those who want to buy either as independents or want to buy with a party that's such as the United Kingdom Party, or indeed other parties that traditionally have not yet sat on the seats of the presidential seats and other seats. What are the strategies that you intend to employ to ensure that the women who run under your party, or indeed what advice would you have for women who run as independents to be able to be seen, to be heard, and to be
Alright, to answer this question in this way. Usually in every general election, they are stated and the forms we have changes in political process. Like recently, we have seen so many candidates winning as independent candidates rather belonging to political parties. This is because in 2022, we will see many of the candidates from small parties, like we call them, from small parties, from independent candidates, winning a party because we have been in all political parties in Kenya, and we have seen the candidates in political parties in Kenya. Like for example, the big political parties we think will most likely think of West. We have political West because they come with a lot of vigor, they come with a lot of influence, they come with a lot of but again, in between all this, we are facing a lot of there's no recognition. They don't know your abilities. You cannot showcase your abilities. You cannot grow. You do not learn. It is actually like doing a registration in the political party. So because of this, many of the people have thought, and this is what is around now. People are going to vote for individuals. You need to brand yourself even with an independent candidate, even with the smallest party. Brand yourself as a minister. Walk, talk to people as a minister. Engage people as a minister. Let your political party, however small it is, be available to spin your spin. Otherwise, the people on the ground there we have political dialogue with a very useless character. But we also have political who have
Sasa tupatia labda kama hiyo unaweza kama mtu mmoja hapo nyuma kwa gari. Sasa jambo litatoka.
is where, like, if you use the air police, the party leaders, the police party leaders are poor, a man and a woman. The SB are poor, a man and a woman. We want to see the kind of. And the way of putting the two hands together, no.
Let me find out from
So,
the top.
what is needed for us to do as we whoever has life? Because we are carrying our to There are a lot of political strategies for women in political parties. Do not allow yourself to be a political party goal. Whenever you come forward, 87 of you. Now, one minute. Now, you are 86 of you are the political party goal. You have collected. Then after all, you won't be adopted, you won't have love, you won't have known what is happening, people who make you who because I have a political depression.
And Mr. We'll come back to some of those strategies that we talked about. So, I'm going to ask another question, but I wanted to come back and specifically what you said. Strategies for women with disabilities. And strategies for, because let's face it, women, we sit at so many intersections, not just women, but some of us are women with women plus. And we have to think about that. Women in very hostile environments, so how can we work around the strategies? And I'll come back to that. But allow me now to remain actually on the question of strategies. And let me say this, ladies, by the way, and gentlemen, this session is live on the News, and the hashtag we need to use is vote Adara. Vote Adara. Tag Frida Kenya, please. At Frida Kenya at Womankind Worldwide. One word at Womankind Worldwide and Ford Foundation. Part of the branding is making the noise that people know that we are. Okay. Now. Let's continue along this conversation and especially around
Sasa HDMI out yaani kwa project. Sasa uko wapi? Kembo ni
on the question of disruption, we've had a
sasa acha nikuletee kuja uchukue kembo. Kuna mahali tunapitishia kembo.
and then you work
Hapa nyuma.
or you find a list and you are on one list in the morning and the next day you're on another list. How do we interrupt those night parties or those spaces where decisions are being made so that we can effectively hold our ground against what has been decided in the night before? In other words, we're not agreeing to lay down, we're going to listen to the morning and go to bed. We're not going to listen to those mornings. How do we interrupt those quote-unquote decisions so that we can be able to get out of this and we can move forward?
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. Just wanted to be here. Even after yes, we come up. We're so thankful. Today is one of those momentous days to start to go as far as we can and go way back. Yes, the meetings will happen at night. And I've had some of those phone calls. When we are called at about 6 o'clock, I'm a mother of two. I have a 4-year-old, the youngest. So you can imagine if somebody calls you for a meeting at 10 p.m. You leave the house and rush and start to explain to your husband, yes, I have to go. Or you call back and decline the meeting. When what I would say is, please, get yourself in an Uber, tell somebody else to call you, and go and show up.
Don't think that somebody will wonder, why did you go in the middle of the night? And you need to be there. The most important thing that we women need to do is to make sure that whatever political party you are affiliated with, make sure that you are in the inner circle. The inner circle, by that I mean the inside of the donors. Don't be on the crust or on the samples around the donors. Be in the inside of the donors. That is the only way you will know what is happening and what's going on and what decisions are being taken in terms of your position in the party. The second thing is, if you have get to the inner circle, get to know somebody in the inner circle, such that when the meeting is happening the next day, your inner circle person will call you and say, hey, did you hear about the meeting tomorrow? Please show up. And when you show up, don't be shy. Show up majestically. Don't come showing up saying, oh, there was something here. Show up like you know what's happening. Do your research, make a point and show up. The other thing that is important is all those women that are sitting in this room today, and you have positions in either the party organs or you are in the leadership position in the parties. Please embrace your fellow women. We are not fighting each other. I don't want your new dress. I don't want your husband. We want to make it to the government. It is our time to move our feet and move forward. Decisions can not be taken on our behalf. Our chief guest speaker, Dr. Baraza, told us that we have to be there to make the two-part general and the third beyond us. So if we are not ready to move that piece up, we are never going to get there. The only reason why we are not attaining that is because we have less numbers in parliament. I am vying in as a member of parliament in 2022, and I am ready to fight. I am ready to fight any man that will come my way, or any other one that will fight my way. We have to fight together as women. So please have that in you, that we need to move forward. The fact thing that I have to say is that finances is a big issue, and I understand that affirmative seats do not come with a lot of support. So that seat was going well for us to assume that we are representing our fellow women in government. How many of you can tell me or attest that your women representatives have been able to attain so much in your county that you are proud of today? No, exactly. Because we have been in a position where we don't have enough electoral budgets, that are flower positions, only to give us something to go and go the side. It's not giving us the election. But still, we're sitting in the government's class together. We're sitting in the private class together. We're sitting in the engineering class together. We are sitting in one room together when it comes to the local plan. Why can't we sit together in the government and make decisions? So I can assist you to say, I'm happy to be here today and humble at the same time, and to say that women, let's elevate each other, let's stand with each other, let's promote each other. And if you were here in any of your WhatsApp circles, and I've had this before, one of my fellow women aspiring, somebody was slating her with a very provocative message in our WhatsApp group. And I lifted up my phone call, I looked at the number of the person, and I called her and I said, have you seen this in this WhatsApp? She said, no. I sent her a message. I said, try and see how you can get around it. But don't be bitter. Let's not allow our fellow women to laugh at us. We need to stand up for each other. Thank you very much.
I love it. Opposition is not an enemy.
No,
It's not indeed. To the Secretary General, race. There's a perennial question of youth and leadership. And the intersectionality not just of youth and leadership, but youth, leadership, persons with disability, different income levels that continues to challenge women disproportionately compared to their fellow male aspirants. Not just from your party position, but perhaps starting from there. What is in place for young women aspirants, for women with disabilities, and for those who are younger, who are vying for positions, to be taken seriously and to be resourced adequately, but also for them perhaps, if it's their first time, to be mentored so that they're able to be productive and gain this position.
My name is Andres Peña, and I'm happy to be here, especially when it comes to the young political party. I'm sure that the registration, I registered as an ex-aspirant. It's something just to forget that I registered as a secretary general, because I guess it's enough, we don't tell the potential enough to keep it to myself. So when I talk about the questions that have been asked about the youth leadership, one is a challenge for us, the youth persons, especially the ones who are coming the next week. Number one, as you say, is going at the two. Today morning when we came, we were sharing with our people later. We called each other here. We were asking, where do you place yourself in this week? Even for you having to come for this leadership forum, we diploma. But when you go out there, you realize that you don't do ourselves. Then when it goes back to the political space, the narrative given, the youth are not being recognized, the women are not being recognized. So what I believe and what I believe should be the truth is that the party is in the forefront. And we don't get scared of anything, we just be there to position ourselves. Then when we position ourselves, we go back comes back to the political party. Because the political players are political party. You state what you have in the big of the constitution and all that, and I'm sure most of the things have been or prepared of being. Maybe some of these people, the owners of the parties, they don't reach to it because they want to sell the women and the people, you have the people of the disease, you have the minorities, but what happens? When it comes to the other side, even for the nomination seats and all that, you realize that things happen. So for me, and for what I believe in, even for the people in this group, I want them to be there, like my colleagues have said, let's be there in the table of negotiations. Let's not get scared and ask questions. And since we know that the law is there, and the law is there to protect us, let us also take our spaces. I've seen both the finances and the fund, okay, about the finances, especially for the young political people. One wants to encourage each and every one of us, you've already put yourself in the forefront. And as of yesterday, I was also in the week to the registrar, talking about about the political parties, about the deadlines, about this work. Then I also saw some messages that were going on social media. One thing for the politicians, that's what I'm saying. We're getting a review to say that you can't go to the runway and all that. But I'm sure by the end of this session that we're here, we shall be able to be in good positions of the way forward, especially the campaign and all that. But particularly shared with some beautiful ladies from Nakuru City. And I was encouraging them, they were asking me, where do we get the money for funding our fundraisers and the campaign? And I told them, you already have the vision, you believe in what you're going to do for your people. Please don't be afraid, send it to your neighbors, send it to your friends. It's always about that politicians giving back. But they know that there are these places to deliver to the people. We are the ones who are to tell our people what to do for them, and even to ask for help. Sometimes asking for help is not about the financial or other. Maybe you get someone who can even donate for you the computers, someone will give you a PA system, someone will give you a car, and the networks that you're building here. When you come out of this case, let's build enough networks that when you ask us to come, support you with this time, they're not asking for your money and all that. So my message is, let's not get afraid of these political spaces. I know previously I helped so many people that way, and I never had someone who said, so this time I'm going to help myself, and I'm sure that people who believe in me, and they're also going to help me. So let's not get afraid, let's take our these positions around. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And then remember the hashtag is #GoToBank. You guys, we talked a lot around nominations, and part of the problem and part of the challenge is the relatively short nomination periods that alluded to earlier. How do we overcome these quickly so that in our internal dispute resolution mechanisms, we ensure that we don't miss the party ticket because the time for resolving a dispute is so long that in any event we can bring a higher victory because the ship has already sailed. What do we do to ensure that we are able to be heard and our disputes are resolved so that we can feel that?
My name is Luana Davis. I am in the White House movement. I work in police party. I'm happy to be here today. So thank you so much for that as well. Now, the timelines for elections are set for everyone. Okay, so now the dates were extended. You have political parties have 150 days to ensure that the time of the internal primaries and district resolution are all set to be last time. Now, a very important issue to consider is that all of you here have decided to run or to be involved in politics. I always say that there is a politician in all of us because one way or the other, some issues outrage us, and we ought to be involved in what is happening. So if you are undertaken and you agree and you are accepted to be in this space, just like any other thing, you have to learn the rules of the game. That's how it is. Just the same way a plumber must be able to get dirty and go to the, what do you call it, and touch the, Similarly, they wear overalls and gumboots and they go there and do what they need to do. Similarly, all of you as women in this space, we can't always wait for everything to be clear for us to get. We have to understand the rules of the game. Now, I like the fact that we have been looking at the nomination rules. I've been saying, how do we disrupt this? Because I have been involved in the 2/3 gender cases, among others. I'll tell you, there will be need for disruption. So in terms of the rules, every political party must have a working internal dispute resolution mechanism. So you must be involved in your party. Check out the rules. How long are you given to raise a conflict? How much is your political party charging? Because often there's a fee to filing your complaint and how long does it take and be prepared. As someone said there earlier, you need to be prepared, you have to understand what is happening and move to fill that space. So in terms of the resolution of disputes, I'll previously share the appeals board, which is for hearing primary disputes, and I will tell you it's a very short window of time. So you have to have your ear on the ground. Don't feel like you need to hold back. If there is a dispute, understand what needs to be done and go forward with it. Because right now, even though we have filed the rules, the issue is not over. I'm aware IBC have been following the rules. Get involved with your party to know how much we get charging. Special interest groups, are they going to charge the same amount as everyone else? Negotiate in those cases now. How long is it going to take? Because I believe it will be, if the disputes are to be resolved within 10 days, it will be 10 days for everyone. It will not be special time for different people. So I think you just need to get in the arena, get dirty, understand the rules, and be prepared to meet that challenge. So I don't know whether that answers in terms of the situation. I believe it's a clear ground. What I have seen happen in my previous engagement is that once the party internal dispute resolution mechanism or the board makes a ruling, a lot of times you find many people falling back. You don't want to go forward to the political parties dispute tribunal, which to me is a discussion for another day in terms of how that tribunal runs. And then you also probably you don't have finances to move forward to the high courts.
So I believe understanding the process and being prepared. You know, you prepare early for elections, and be prepared to go all the way would really help our ladies. Thank you so much. Now, I agree next to the ODM chair, Captain Numa, that she could lead as well. And I know that you had some questions somewhere over there that you will read. So, I want to ask our Roby Maxana, you with my assessment. I am going to take 2 questions so that she answers and we release that, and so that I can be respectful of her time. So, 1, and then let me take one from this side, okay? Right at the end with the white and floral view, okay? So, short name question, because you can, then name question, and then Catherine will ask you to respond to those and make your remarks on the issues that women should consider, and then we will come to our presentation. Okay, excellent, let's go. My name is Catherine Kitui, I'm from Ogoa County, and I have 5 choices in Ogoa County. Now, question 2, quick ones. Why have ODM lost membership? Right membership. I have ladies who are, I'm a right member, yes, but I have ladies who want to apply as members of ODM. So, if we apply, you have to be a right member. Where has it lost the membership? 2. The party says that all the registered members are supposed to vote in the primary. Last week has been a song. Last time they say that they made us recruit women to vote for us in the primary. In the end, the last minute, everyone is coming to vote. It was a recipe for chaos. At the end of it, even if it was not nominations, but we picked people they want. As it is, you can't fight, you can't do it. How sure am I that in the coming elections, we're going to vote as only one year members? Thank you, Catherine. And the second question from Catherine. Where am I ordering my strategy, Catherine? I'm only going to take these 2 questions, and but there'll be more opportunities. Mike, please. Strategy can right across. Move towards me as well. Move. We have decided we're going to be proactive. So most of you move towards her, she is moving towards you. There were 4 mics, I was short, so they will have to be moving. There will be other opportunities. Go ahead. Name, question, real quick. Thank you very much. I think we get very confident. Of course, I'm very confident that the night of the minister here will be back for my second time. Mine is very good. And your name is Karen. I know you did. Last week, Andre, the registrar of is this question specifically for the Jubilee Party? No, that's of course. It comes across. So I want to take a question for ODM specifically. Okay. Because I'm not sure the other for what we did there. Okay, ask the question. So she said next year, if you lose at the party primary, you cannot jump to 5 and this. That's the course. And you have to understand my very very probably doesn't have the party because so I want to understand. I mean, if you leave us right now, I'm going to divide the next year by one to represent my party and those other districts that have to be. That's a really good question. So allow me to invite Catherine to speak to these 2 and give your final remarks. Thank you very much, and I sincerely apologize, but there is another place that I'm supposed to go and speak about the business. Why has ODM lost membership, life membership? The answer is that it has not lost. Please, we can speak immediately after this. The requirement is that one has to be a life member, and we are not stopped registering life members. So if anybody has told you that, you can speak to me. I can ensure that in the next 15 minutes you are registered. Number 2, only registered members will only registered members vote, while Catherine Numa is the chair of the National Elections Board. Only registered ODM party members
So my own strategy to you is get as many people on the OBM register to vote. Right now, registration is free. So there is no monetary implication for you. So I'd like to ask everybody to report to make your supporters to actually get onto the register. My next remarks are remarks for all of us. Now I'm speaking as a woman and what I would advise as we move forward. Dr. Nancy Barasa talked about elections being a science, and it is true. I'd like to bring to our attention that 97% of elected members in the National Assemblies came through political parties. 98% of those in the Senate came through political parties. If you look at the NDI report, it shows that of all the men who vied for competitive seats in the National Assembly, 13% were elected. Of all the women who vied in political parties, 11% were elected, which means the women have as similar a chance as men to be elected into the legislatures. Now, I think when we began, we were told we have 64 women who are vying to be members of parliament. If I apply the 13% scenario, for us to get 96 women elected at 13%, we need 738 women to run for the National Assembly. For us to apply the 13% science, it is science, to get a third of all LCS elected, we need 5,861 women to vie as LCS. What am I saying? As we move forward, we must sit around the table to actually design how we will get these numbers and more, and we will be able to get these. So it sounds like difficult mathematics, but Renee, I have told you the day after elections, we need to sit down and do this math and prepare, including politicizing women. So we will use, and this is what you have said, you can't just get elected because you choose as a woman. Remember that is the right of the citizens to choose who represents them. So you must persuade the citizens that you can represent them. Are we not capable of doing that? Yes, we are. So we must politicize the women. The other statistic is, whereas we are 52%, we are slightly less in the voter list. It means we have not politicized women enough for us to use that skill and that number to our advantage. So we must stop saying politics is dirty. We must stop saying political party has no complexity. We must all go to that 98% space, colonize it, and take over. Thank you.
Very much. Thank you, Catherine. Now, the one person who has not spoken yet is so allow me to invite you to, I know the secretary on behalf of the Secretary General. What a terrible mistake I made. I do believe this actually not that. It's UDA that is present part of, and let me just emphasize that we have to and the policy so we invite them as well. And allow me to invite Salome Diallo from UDA, who is here on behalf of her Secretary General, to make some. Good morning, ladies. As Renee has said, my name is Salome Diallo. I've been requested to represent the Secretary General of UDA, that is Veronica Maina. I sit in the legal advisory on electoral laws, and as the brief was very recent, I just gotten the instruction right now. I will not be able to take any questions, however, I will give her speech, which I will try and summarize. And she goes on to say that she takes the opportunity to sincerely thank the board of FIDA and the management for organizing this initiative for Women Leadership Academy for the women aspirants and candidates intending to participate in the 2022 general elections. The participation of women in governance and political leadership in Kenya has been creating such an initiative as the women continue to lag behind the male gender in leadership, and we are aware that the current parliament has been guilty and adjudged as unconstitutional for failure to meet the stipulated threshold of gender parity of the 1/3 under the Constitution of Kenya 2010. The UPA party continues to encourage more women to register as participants and candidates to the 2022 general elections, and the party is undertaking a training manual for all the women aspirants in conjunction with the development partners. And therefore, the UPA welcomes the FIDA leadership for coming out and launching this awesome program, and we are calling all other aspirants, particularly of the male gender and the female gender, to avoid and eliminate all manner of violence, gender-based violence, and aggressive and extortive campaigns as we approach the general elections. And UPA encourages all women to be their sisters keeper, so that together we can try and reach that threshold of the 1/3 balance come the outcome of the general elections 2022. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much for that. And now to you as the chair. I think that there's something that we talked about in national that is so important, which is security. Not just the safety, the physical safety, but also we know that this is a period when there's heightened violence, verbal violence, the tearing down of reputations, attacks on families, those ones sometimes attacks on homes, threats to husbands, spouses, loved ones. What are the bare minimums that we should be asking from our parties by way of safety and security for our women aspirants, even as they seek tickets and they go on to vie for election positions?
Thank you so much for coming. This shows a very good opportunity. The issue of security is a key issue because the men who did so women will apply that. There are various ways to talk to your political parties, and like my community has said, start with the political party. You belong somewhere. Your mother, daughter, sister, and a long way to go. Talk to your political party, have them have a forum, seminar, experts, just to guide you, to expose you to the risks, so rather than you get here on the system. We are here to say, therefore, because the political parties have training with the Africans of the way forward in terms of security, both forward and forward, how best you take care of yourself and go to the ground,
also that. Because at the end of it all, I know many women out there who were the people talking about thinking to be very about it. And we all are supposed to know what we do. And the women who are out there right now trying to also grab their mental health because everything starts with the mind. If your mind is thinking, and that is what they know about it, then you look at it. So when you have the support system that you have, it might be different, but with the right support system, with the right approach, you can handle it. And that's also take care of mental, psychological health. Because without that, when the children forget, let's stand for each other. Let's say, it's competition, it's not identity. Let's work together. She can define the position of my body, but that doesn't mean the identity. We create a mirror, fair. You support each other. Anybody who has done something with you, let them know. Let them know who are kids. Let's try and bring the child together before each other. Both politically, socially, economically, and above all, let's gather together. Because everything starts in the mind. If I break you can't go with it. So the only thing is together, and you go in the water, you lose it. At the end of the day, that's why you have this gap of women and men. So let's start together and assure a bit of training here and there, those who do better, those who do better, if you manage to get a few women behind her, nobody can do together. You are too strong, and you get the money for this measure. So let's continue with this. Anybody in the field, let's also be women together. And much as we want also to be protected, don't go working as a woman or an actress. Because that's also the case. Then I never told you that. So sometimes also let's create a balance. That you're going out there, that you're not having to do
That's really well said, and especially around the mental aspect. Because indeed, the app is so designed so that it can, what's the word, discombobulate mentally, then you're out of the way. And it's still on around this and participation that I was wanted the Veterans Party and to direct this next question before I open up to the room. Now, the reality is that we will see heat and division within our parties. In fact, we've seen it within the parties, but it's not only the parties, it's about, I think, unity. And yet, inside of this, for a woman whose desire is to serve her constituency, and to serve her constituency, whether it's an MP, MCA, etc., through the party ticket that has go on board. Given your own experiences, how do we remain strategically active? And how do we strategically to the party as well as to our constituency so that we're able to navigate the different factions and arrive at a place where we are recognized for the leaders that we have rather than for the faction.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry I was late. And I thought what I'm doing, and I want to hi. My name is Vincent Anyango Abudo. I know Vincent already well known. I'm the new executive deputy party leader for Kenya Party. Thank you very much. And I'm very happy to be here today because where women are, that is where power is. So I'm working. So as women, we want to be in leadership. And women, most men see us to be people who belong to the kitchen. But I want to appreciate the women who have gone before us, who have shown us the way. The people like Miriam, Nyango, and the rest, who have shown us the way that women can. If I want to buy for a MC, I want to buy for a Senate. In fact, I went for a Senate in Kisumu. And it was a tough race for us to navigate. What I can say is, your own space, but to make sure if you want to make it easy, associate yourself properly with your political party. Because you can never get a position without being inside the political party, know your constituency well. You know, there are people who are just going because I'm a woman, I think that is the favor of being a woman. No. Make yourself be well known with the grassroots. Then look at your political party. Then look at the capacity. What can I offer to my people? Not how much money I have. How can you associate with your people? Because some people feel I'm at the top, I can get the party ticket, which is fine. But you know your people, you know your constituents, you know the problem people are facing. Because as women, yesterday somebody was saying, being a woman is not a disability. You always hear the people saying that women. I'm like, no, without a woman, how does he know that he is equal? So everything starts with a woman. So don't tell us being a woman is not a disability. But as a woman, what are you doing yourself to get that position? You must have because if you don't get it right as women, then what is our particular you understand? Because we want to be in positions while ask ourselves, we've not done what is required of us. So know your concept and insist. First, know the people you want to be. Know them, know their problem, know the issue of the youth, the women, the people with disability, what do they need. Then associate yourself with the political party. If we are happy, we are lucky because now we have independence, you can buy independence, which is also a challenge to women. So few are ready to appreciate, but it's a challenge to work more hard. But my experience is know what you want, associate yourself. But with the political parties are getting agenda. So we must be strict, we must stand and make sure we are not being played as women. There are people who think that a woman will need position is women right. You think all of us we can go to women right? No, we cannot. We must go for the Senate, we must go for the governors, we must go for the MCA positions and win these seats. And as for how we see it now, more women are going to the parliament. And we are going to have more women in the Senate and governors. And what I can ask my fellow women today is let us support each other. We are being told we are enemies of ourselves, it's not overdue. We must work together as women. If we are two women in one position, let us agree. Because if Basic gets the seat and we're in the same party, we are all winners. At the end of the day, is a woman, and that is our interest. Let us not be too selfish when it comes to leadership. If a woman wins, it is all of us who have won. So the main thing is let's support each other because we cannot walk alone. We must walk as a team, we must walk as women, even in our political parties. We must be ready to support our fellow women. As in for Kenya now, we are having women who are going for AP, we are having so many women who are going for the NCA position, and in fact, we are proud as for Kenya. We want more seats of NCA. We are leaders. So I want to urge my fellow women today. Let us work as a team. Usione wanawake wenzako like adui. Fulani ndio ananiambia no. Let us speak one voice and that is the woman. We are women and our interest is the woman. And we must win 2022. We must make things different. Are we together?
Senate and more women should vote MCA. And we ask anyone who is right. We must not be so much in our focus of political parties because I'm now facing the time of report Kenya. I cannot support a woman for an mean. If I have the opportunity, I will support. So that is the thing we should not look at our political parties. Let us support each and every woman, anywhere, everywhere, because our language should remain our and we will make it. And I'm very sure as women of this country, if we unite, we are going to have a if we unite, excellent, thank you so much. Now, and let's open to the floor once again. There's a question that was asked earlier to each of you, and the question was in relation to when should one resign from their party if they intend to run as an independent or keep to the party? Consider this speaker as asking the question. Where are my roving mics first? Let me see who has the roving mics. Okay, I've got one, and I have them on that end as well, so that we can move as quickly as possible. Otherwise, it's just here and you'll be running. Where is my second mic on this end? As we are finding that mic on that end, please make sure that you're standing up. And let us start off. I'm going to ask the question to be short, and we'll even summarize it. One, two, three, and then I'll take three from this side. Okay, and then we'll go after. Right? Okay, please stand up. Name, aspiring for, question. What do you want that mic, please? I'm Dr. Juliana Noble Syria, and I'm running the West constituency. I have a comment and a question. Let me start with the question. One, for political parties, women, when you have to show up, it's a fact. And women here, that's something in most political parties, you have to show up with a briefcase in order to get the party nomination. And the highest leader gets the ticket. You got that right. Now, how do you control that? Especially for women, and you have that we are short of resources. We need those tickets to pay political parties. Excellent. And a comment. Let me just say it. I think a victim of either approach self-regulation or an approach party priorities. Women, if you foresee that you will not get the ticket, kindly resign from the political parties and run as independent. Let's go into the political party priorities recycle you. If you know you have potential right now, I'm rated 65% of my constituency. And I'm going to pilot it. And if I feel that if I'm in PDP and I'm not going to get those tickets, just me for that priority, I'll be silent and I'll run and thank you. The next one. Good afternoon, ladies. My name is Jane Longi. I'm running for member of parliament for Blue constituency. I just have one question or a comment for the leaders of the team. They have done good to us coming here so that we can learn and we can work together as women, both together. My request to the donors and the organizers, can we also get Kosinani, have our road trips and go together so that we can have thank you, excellent. Lady and then we'll come to this side, starting over here. Okay? what we are doing. I'm going to and what we are doing with Tanzania right now, we are saying there is no one person who will come as a governor without a deputy woman. Ladies, let's give her an opportunity to speak. Yeah? Okay, go ahead. Tunasema taarifa ya kwamba chama ni mama, kabila ni mama, na dini ni mama. Kwa hivyo kila kitu ni wa mama. Thank you very much. Although my question to you was, what is the government? Question over here, and then the lady with black and blue, you know yourself, and black and white. Got it. You. Okay, so let's start with that. And we'll come back for another round, don't worry. Not take over. Breathe, breathe. You're all there. And I will not take all the questions, and I'll take them. So, please go ahead. Thank you so much. Sure, Michael. From the largest political party in East and Central Africa, that's what we are. I'm trying for Senate position in Nairobi County. Let's have 9 years old to get that position. I want to correct my friend who talked about withdrawing after the primaries. I don't think that is right. If you're not given a certificate by a political party, you should not withdraw. I think just because we lost in the primaries, we should aim higher. Let's stay and continue working for the party because politics doesn't end with the elections. I'm sure we can get some position after we take over the government. So, don't withdraw from the political party because we not get an election certificate. Let's continue working with the party. Maybe sorry, one of the things about being in these cases is being allowed to express ourselves. Okay. Okay, excellent. Yeah, one more. Does someone say that I preach? No, we're fine. We're fine, thank you. Thank you, excellent. Right behind you who is standing. Go ahead. Right, just give it a minute for the mic to come, and I'll keep looking my eyes so that I can see all the hands. And I'll come around again. I'll come around as many times as I can, and I'll ask them to keep noting the questions. If you have a question for a specific person that I ready to come, please sit down. I have seen you, but let the person who next speak first.
Okay, I'm Shamila Aziz from Mombasa County, CSC, Tanzania, World. Okay, my question goes to the political parties. From my understanding and experience, I've noticed that these big political parties are not these big political parties. They have a tendency of saying that when you have umekasana with a party for a long time, but when I'm new, I'm being told, well, who's the part of the work? Because in India, maybe in this year, when you 10 years back, you have to play. It's too bad for us. It's really bad. We are disappointed as women. Because my problem is what will make me go to. So I must be those leaders who are sitting in front of us, please make sure this discrimination happens. The second thing is about Kabila. These political parties have as here, I've noticed, I'm sorry, it's okay, but we are all two of us as aspirant women. Only two of us movements. Now, when it becomes nomination, we are nowhere to see, nowhere to come, because we are please not pay.
Excellent. And then the third question, I want you to be sad, and then I'll come back with this question. Okay? We'll take another round, and we're going to come in Regina Juba, MCA, Secretary of Absolute Award of Television, the champion for the PTF. My question is to all of us, the leaders, and the situation. I can see and allow me to notice that you are all able for the doing. Yeah, no, that's not. Let me ask this question. That where you come from, your parties, your women with disabilities. Does it mean that they are not able enough to come and live in the parties whereby, because we are saying today that we need a woman in the decision table. It would be much better to have a woman with disability so that we can get back using two stores, to give us stores. Thank you, excellent. I'm hoping that you're taking down, we'll take another round of three, and then I'll give them a chance to respond. Okay? So, let me ask the lady right about the lady back and then raising yes. And then I think this table will good afternoon. My name is Christina from Kilifi County, Mine is not a question, but I want to ask you as women. We are not here waiting to be nominated. We are here fighting to get the seats. So, when we're in this hall, know that we don't want to be nominated because that has been the talk of the day. What your mama will hear was nominated. I'm saying this answering my single asking that question. And when we started, we were told that we have 7 Japanese who are women standing with men. I do appreciate them and we have to pray for them. And I want to say, I'm also proud of my governor in Kilifi County. She's a woman and she's really fighting hard to get a seat. So let us not wait to be nominated. Let us fight to get elected so that we get into the government. I'm going on the UPA from Kilifi County. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Allow me to ask that you ask the question. For these people who know and will still have another opportunity to make a comment, the lady who I already called on, please stand up, everybody, please turn out, sit down. I promise you as much as I can, I will bring the mic. But let's just allow and also manage our time, okay? Please go ahead.
Remember nikuulize kodi iko aje? Kwa sababu kuna mic zingine lazima tano, lakini hata ya kama iko sawa.
Because you know, in the pastoral community, I can't say that we have talents, but I had my friend there from the Nupi community say, their own. The thing is, you fight until you get it. Because in our pastoral community, sometimes you're just there to fulfill, but not to breathe. So the thing is, you need to fight for yourself, and you need to be hard so that you can be a woman to fight in the future and get the peace. You are not a woman. You are there. Okay, stop. Sorry, lady. Sorry, no, put your hands up. Put your hands up. Let's just say, in this space, because we have so much to say, and so many things, if we don't manage the time, we won't be able to, and we lose this opportunity. Don't be here, I don't get you, but also allow people to ask their question, and those who have the mic, ask the question. Swami, my question is, how are leaders seated there going to help their fellow women, especially if the finance part goes for women are more fun? How are they going to help? So the question is, maybe the orange and then we'll come to the, and after the next 3 questions, we'll allow them to answer, because we also want to have it. Go ahead. Good afternoon, ladies in the room. Good afternoon. Next candidate. My name is Vivian Sam. I'm from ODM Party. In my party, I champion the participation of young women in political activities. And my question is to NC or representative, not here, but just the political party representative here, because I'm very passionate about young women being actively involved in not just political party activities, but in leadership activities that come. Those who know me and interact with me, they know this. Compared to our group of the question is, what structures do you have in place to ensure that you deliberately and intentionally as a political party are able to see young women,
to be actively involved, especially those who have shown that they have potential and are interested. Please just tell us about that, other than just normal deeds that are there. How are you doing this delivery?
so special conditions for younger women, yes, excellent. Lady with the yellow at the back, the pink earrings, and the red, those 3, and then we'll report. So my mic needs to move. Okay, ladies, if I need help, I'm not going to see you first, my people. So put your hands down. They ask for this round, then we come up for another round. Remember how it is. Hold on. I'm going to ask again. Ladies, we won't move forward if we don't give each other the space. Truly we won't. Let's agree on that. And let's allow that each one of who gets the mic gets an opportunity. Okay? I'm asking this of you, question? Go ahead. Thank you.
My name is Pastor Jacqueline Jerome from Nakuru West, Nakuru West Road. An aspirant for the NCSC. I have got 2 questions. One, because of women leadership, I've been following all through, and I really want to really help first of all this organizing committee and the donors and what have you. But now the challenge we have as women, it is mentorship. Because once we are on the ground, we have nobody to hold our hands. And when we are told that we have to organize, present ourselves to this party, at the end of the day, most women, we are being used as flowers. Secondly, there's no space for women. Let us not lie to ourselves. We are always being used as weaklings. So today we want to come up with a solution. We want to have that strategy. How are we moving forward? Because number 1, we don't have finances. Number 2, we need mentorship. Because even the leaders, the women leaders that have made are they able to come back, wakuje mashinani, wainue mama mwenye anasimama? Because we get that most of us we have manifestos. You have a clear agenda with the people on the ground. But unfortunately, you cannot be able to access these women. I call them big women because already they are around. So that is my question today, that please help us. We are ready, we have the manifesto, help us to grow, help hold our hands together. Because at the end of the day, we are people to the class. But what we learn is that.
So I'm hearing 3 things: mentorship, branding, and financing. Okay, so if your question relates to mentorship, branding, or financing, now I think that's been covered, so don't ask it. Do you have a different question? Excellent. You, and then who was the third one? I had, and then the third one, and then we get some answers. I think was as important as Maswati.
My name is Regina Cheno Kizito, MC aspirant, Moroni Gold Ward, Kisumu County. My question is from ODM Party, the largest party in Eastern Central Africa. So my question is it possible for us women who are very vibrant in the ground to just get the certificate directly without going through harassment from the men, so that we are also we are not subjected from harassment, and again, we don't spend too much money trying to persuade the voters because they already want us to accept for them.
Excellent, thank you. And my third question over here, and then we'll get some responses. Now, let me say this, there'll be other opportunities to discuss financing, branding, media, etc. You will see them in the program in the other countries. So try and ask the questions of the political parties, because those are the things we have.
Basi kwa majina naitwa Agnes Dege, natoka West Pokot County. Ninasimama kiti cha MCA. Na swali langu linaenda kwa mwenye ako kwa KANU. Nataka kuuliza swali. 2017 kulikuwepo na mambo ambayo hayakuenda vizuri kwa KANU kwa sababu once watu wamepeana majina yao kwa nomination list, imepita kwa executive, imeenda mpaka kwa IEBC. The same party leader anaifuatilia na kuiondoa. Nauliza mtu na kubadilisha. The first one become analete mpaka hapa number 3, number 3 aende number 1 kwa sababu ya kujuana. Nauliza mtu wa KANU, uko na mikakati gani ambaye haitarudia? Kwa sababu mimi nilikuwa mmoja wao na hata nilienda kotini, lakini baadaye wakasema nilienda high court, nikaenda tribunal. But mmeweka mkakati gani ya kuhakikisha kwamba once majina yamepita hiyo procedures yote, mtu hawezi kufuatilia kwenda kubadilisha?
And now I'm going to give a chance for some answers. And then, if the answers are short and we respect the time, we'll come around for another round. For everyone who is waving at me, I promise you, I will come around. So we start from that end and just take one. If our question has been answered, unless it was to your party, then maybe we can move to a different one, so that we can get all of the answers and get another round of questions. Two more. Lisa.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is getting interesting and it's really wonderful. I appreciate it. I'll just go straight to, let me tackle about the big party syndrome and about the nomination and the briefcase nomination. Kindly, for all of us, including me, I want to get acquainted with the election act. Let's go through it, let's see. Like for the party nomination, I will see for that party nomination. I'm sure we were told that for you to be in the nomination, the list which will be already forwarded to the political parties. And it was mentioned earlier by my fellow colleagues. Let's go out there mobilize people. When we were doing voter registration, I know we're mobilizing people, especially the youth. I belong to a group called Youth in Politics. So the people who go to those hashtags, putting our beautiful pictures, say, get your voter's card between this date and this date, but what happened? Did they get their voter's card? When you sit in a group of bad youth, are they registered voters? Hello? Are they registered voters? Even when you go into those women groups, are they registered voters? But they want to support you. Let's set this narrative, let them get registered as voters, let them get registered in their parties of their choice so that they be able to elect you. Otherwise, we shall be doing this over and over, saying that I sent myself there for the position, no one came to vote for me. Why? Because when you go to those channels, when you go to those meetings, we're not telling people to get registered as voters. So that is what makes the so-called briefcase big man syndrome to be there. Because they come with their voters, they know they're registered voters. Then a friend of mine from Moroni MCA, I love the sentiments like that. I would really love that the most vocal person on the ground to be given a seat. But then again, you go to the same laws that govern the elections and the political parties act. The laws are very clear. It's like me going to Kumwani maternity and I'm bearing the most beautiful baby and I want that baby for myself. That woman went through 9 months of labor, she looked for the baby. So I really hope that will be the scenario. Then all of us will go home with certificates. So to teach people ground, we support one another. I have one work for you in Moroni. So to teach people ground, let's go through the process. Silvio, I know it looks a bit tough for all of us. Me included because I'm an MCS, but I would really love because I think my name is more vocal on the ground, but every house has its soldier, and it is going to cut across for all of us. So to the children, and I really hope that the nominations are going to be free and fair. Some of us shall see that's what we are advocating for, and I wish you all the very best. Thank you.
Thank you. Next. Minister Dashmi.
And the discussions are becoming sweeter and sweeter. Because now we are facing the reality, what is on the ground. And first I'd like to ask yourself, what do I have to offer? I want to say something about political parties not embracing women. The newcomers in the party. I think there's a lady there who asked about women who are new in parties not being embraced like the ones when you are jivunia who are wanachama. I think political parties, it is high time we welcome each and everyone in the party. Because as my party for Kenya, we love to work with everyone, because women are the future of this country. Hawa wanaume wanazoeka, and wenye wanakuja cannot match us. Okay? Those men who think they are coming up, they cannot match us. We've got a lot, we've been trained, we have the capacity. These men are coming with their money, but they can offer nothing. But it is difficult, women, let me say this something, to be a woman politician, to semezane ukweli, it is difficult. And you must be passionate about whatever you are deciding to be. My friends, it is difficult. When it comes to nomination, you work extra hard. And I want to give an example. I have my friend Alice there from Kisumu. Alice faced the roughest, and I know the women here from Kisumu can testify. She was vying with men, and that time I was vying also. It was difficult. Because these men fear strong women. These men fear women with brains. So this time, I think as political parties, we must work with our women. And as women who have been given positions in the party, we must make sure no woman is shortchanged. That is our business. That should be our business as women leaders. Because we want to see women going up and up. If I'm a deputy party leader, and my sister here wants to fight for MCA, why should I shortchange a woman who is vocal, has the capacity, and has won the election, can win the nomination, I give a man because he feels he can bribe? Am I making any sense? No. Am I building my fellow woman? No. And we are devil in the blood of my fellow women. See, that's true. So I want to ask other political parties who are seated here today, let's make sure to repetition our mama. Make sure we've made each and every woman who will come during nomination. Now, as we are coming for these positions, let us be strong. Let's put our emotional feelings away to put a camera to go because to end up facing it about. It is not a joke. At this time, we must agree. There's this syndrome of money hate, which as women we don't have. Our political parties, some of them, we don't have the capacity to give money to our fellow women. We don't have money to do so many things. We can support, but no. And if you are a woman, kindly vie kama pia wewe umejitokeza ukajipima, what can I do? You know, there are some women, as much as we are women, I want to stand. As much as we are women, some of us are just coming to political parties. Me, I want to buy in for Kenya because I know for Kenya will give me money. You know, if you come to buy because you think you are going to be given money, you are wrong. You are wrong and you are cheating yourself. And even those people you are trying to talk to, the constituents in the ward, and even your family members who know your history very well, you'll be lying even in front of God. You'll be cheating people. Come out, because hata Biblia imeandikwa mwenye hako nayo ataongezewa, si kweli? So if you are coming out to buy for an NCA, for example, what should you have? You cannot just come, I want to buy, then you start blaming political parties, our paying pesa, they don't care about women. We care. Political parties love women. And that's why we are being told we must be 2/3 in each political parties. And I want to thank Andrew too. Because any political party which has not met the 2/3, they are returning each and everything back to the political party to meet the threshold. And that is what we should fight for. And as women, we must ask ourselves, what do we have to offer for us to be given? Even in these nominations, we are fighting. You see, for example here, my colleague Janet here gets a nomination. I start fighting Janet. Kwa nini Janet amepewa nomination? Kwa nini Janet amepewa nomination? I don't know what role Janet played in that party. There are women here who support their political parties financially. Am I right? Yes. We have women who have the capacity to support political parties financially. See at your mama tuna pesa vile. See, that's true. We have money and some of them, and I thank the people that support political parties, don't just come empty-handed, then you start writing on social media, what you are from Kenya ni wabaya, ODM ni wabaya, they don't care about the women, I don't know why, you know. Let's also do something to our political parties for us to get the returns. Are we agreeing? Yes. Wamama, are we agreeing? Yes. Ask yourself, what am I offering to my political party? And you want to ask political parties. I know majority, 100%, or not really 100, 85% of political, I mean the party leaders of this country are men. Because only, I think it is 15% for women. But these men, some of them, they don't embrace women. But this time round, we want to see the zebra in the nation. Kama ni mama, wacha baba afuate. Kama ni baba, wacha baba afuate. But I'm telling you, and I'll still repeat, if we are united, these men will be minority in the coming days. We must be united and want to prove to them. And as political parties, I think we must embrace all. There's about young women in political parties. In each political parties, we have youths. And the parties have the reason for having the youth leagues in their parties. That is where the youth fall. That is where we have the women. And that is where we take the women leaders. So let us nurture each and every woman that is around us. Thank you.
Thank you.
So
I'll ask, go ahead, and then take one question, and then expand on that one for each of us so that we can have another round. So that we can have another round. I can see so many hands waving like this. No, not yet. Take the questions. But I'm seeing you. It's okay. You can put your hand down. I see you. But let the questions. Just one question, please. The most pressing one.
thank you very much. There was a question that was specifically asked to me around party list. Party list. And I'm thinking that as some parties have big man syndrome, some have history syndrome, which in us, in Kano, is something that is our pride. We say every other person was born out of our party Kano. Now, I will speak more generally, really, because the party list issue is a cross-cutting issue, and the greatest culprits have been women. So, now, in 2017, for our party Kano, remember, to date, we have not necessarily been in power for over 20 years. But now we have rebranded, we are calling ourselves, Kano Fresh, and we take in our strides the challenges that women went through, or aspirants in general went through in 2017, and we are putting very specific plans in the Kano party to ensure that we are righting the wrongs that have been in the past. First of all, we have developed an aspirant criteria. It has to start from there, and especially a criteria that touches on the special interest groups, which are the women, young and mature, the youth, and also the persons living with disability. This is a criteria that is very clear and is very respectful and cognizant of the challenges that the special interest groups really face. So if you come to Kano saying you want to be an aspirant under the Kano ticket for position X, we share with you, and this is something that is yet to be rolled out, a criteria that shows you clearly what the expectation is. That's number one. Number two, we have been in the process of strengthening and or reawakening our branches across the 47 counties. This time, we are saying that no one will just come from anywhere and ambush, like the elections board or elections team say, I am so and so, I am running here, give the certificate. So this time around, we want your branches to whom you should be engaging very closely with. The leadership there for women, the leadership there for PWDs, leadership there for young people, so that the party has also a reference point. We have just finalized our nomination rules that clearly articulates the party list and how that process is going to happen. We know for certain that in the previous elections, as an aspirant, or maybe as a party member, in the morning your name is in the list number 1, sio? By Saturday, bado huo tu, sio? Saa 8 unapiga simu, bado jina wewe.
Atisa bado ni wewe tu. Do you know there is another list, not the one you're being told? And the real list is going to be unleashed 1 minute to midnight, which is the deadline. Then ikishaenda ikuwe gazetted, unajiuliza, ala, but I thought I spoke to so and so the whole day, and they confirmed to me that ni mimi. So sisi kama aspirants, what is it that we can do to ensure that if we are in that party list, we are actually in that party list? In Kano, we are fostering and strengthening transparency around election and nomination rules. All aspirants will be shared with a dummy copy, if you like, of how a certificate looks like, and the party list will be as transparent as possible within the quarters of our party, so that if you're in that list, you are in it. If you're not in it, you are actually not in it. But key is, please be informed. Look for information around the rules that govern nominations within your party, and understand your party politics, and be sure you are on the right side of that politics, because that is the reality. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I will be very brief because I can see there's agitation, it's lunchtime. I'll go straight to this point. We need to find ways to engage party leaders, and we need to find ways, when it's early in the day, to think outside the box. For example, have you considered never be possible through amendment of law to get 2/3 gender rule in the houses, women elected. And have you really internalized what you were told this morning, that we need 700 women vying for parliament to make it, and that we need 5,000 women vying? Because a lot of the women, I'm sorry to say this, will be sitting back and thinking, because we had to nominate 1,400 to the county assemblies, then we should sit back for that. No, we want women to be elected in the county assemblies. So now, the issue of nominations, those who are engaged in political parties, what if political parties, remember what affirmative action is? Do you know what affirmative action is? We are doing something that we don't normally do to bring others to the table, right? So what if political parties would, for instance, spare 20% of the 26, for example, maybe 20%, 30% of the 290 constituencies for women only? Isn't that affirmative action? Are we thinking like that? Because it may never be possible to push something through the court. So what if each political party had 30%, 20% of those constituencies reserved for women on maybe rotation and everything else? Let me tell you, politics sometimes is about negotiation. So that's just something you need to think about, and you need to engage with the political parties, because that will be more meaningful. Leave this place, go out there, because sometimes depending on donors is not enough. Get women vying, and let's not think only, I will need money. I have seen women, and I'll give an example of maybe Gladys Boss. I saw her with boots and gumboots, walking, talking to people. At that time, maybe she didn't have as much money, and many other examples. So get out there, get involved with your constituencies, boot by boot, meeting by meeting, so that when you come to the political party, you're also bringing something to the table. Okay, so to answer your question, the lady who said if you have to bring a briefcase, you also answered yourself, because you say you can be very strategic and know when you can go and run as an independent candidate. So that one who asked about when you need to resign to run as an independent candidate, please follow the timelines that have been given. By the 9th of May, you should have been very strategic to resign from your party and have known your political independent party symbol and be prepared to go as an independent. So there are timelines. Look at the IEBC website. Get prepared. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And thank you so much. I've seen presidential candidates. I lost my mom. I saw her there. Nice to see you.
And it's about humanity as well, isn't it? Go ahead.
As Secretary General United Green Movement, I do swear to you women, United Green Movement have no party primaries. Party primaries are slaughterhouses. That is where they slaughter and die of political depression. So we don't have that. Just take around your county, and if you feel there is no candidate for UTM, come to work with you, we'll give you a certificate, and we'll answer the lady, and women in Kenya, and Kenya as a whole, they will not give us space because we have we have to work hard. We have to showcase our abilities. Let's leave alone about our disabilities. Let's work on our abilities. Try to find space everywhere. Chief Wemba, Mkutano, get your space there. If they don't have someone to write minutes, raise your hand. If they are asking questions, raise your hand. Answer questions that are not even yours. Put a mark into every lady, put a mark into every political leader
will surely have your space here. Women representation, support, and the youth. As ANC party, I'm representing the Secretary General. As ANC party, we've been privileged enough to work closely with different organizations, Oslo, NDI, and the rest of them, to support us in making sure that our structures are accommodating from the top to the bottom. And so, just this year, on July the 14th, we launched the Women Aspirants Training Manual. And so far, I also been part of the training group. We have gone around 10 counties and county training our women aspirants. And we're not just training ANC alone. So if you feel like you have not been trained and you feel like you want to learn more about your aspirant journey, please do contact ANC and you'll be able to be slotted into the next remaining counties in the country. It is a comprehensive training program. It tells you all the way from the budgeting, the financing, how you are able to source for your finances, how you are able to sort out your security, and how you are able to plan media team, marketing, branding. All those are included in the training manual. The same was done for the youth. Last week on Thursday the 3rd, we also launched a training manual for youth aspirants. That's both men and women, to ensure that we train our young people adequately. And the question that was posed about sourcing finances for women. As aspirants, I included, it is a challenge that we are facing. And we all have to be aware of it and be attuned to it. That yes, there is lack of finances. If you have 5,000 shillings right now, would you rather give it to someone, or would you rather buy something that your child needs? We are torn in between most of the time because we are mothers by nature, and therefore budgeting comes first before we can be able to spend. And this, remember, that it really taints our image amongst the men voters. They look down on you, they say, well, don't go to her because she does not spend. If the male came and get the 5,000 shillings each last week, and you are giving them 1,000 shillings, they will not be very happy with you. But you know what? You need to stand your ground. You need to have your loyal people that will work with you, and those should be women. Select women that will work with you. And I'll tell you, just briefly, a couple of weekends ago, I decided to go out of the norm, left my house, took an Uber that is incognito, went to my constituency, one of the areas. I called one lady that I know that has nothing to do with politics, and I said, I'm coming to see you. She said, oh, wow, okay. When I got there, I said, I'm here. And I went into informal settlements in Nairobi. I got there, she welcomed me. And the conversation started with her and with the rest of the women. They came outside. And as we were talking, more and more came. And they started saying, women power, women power. I did not pay them anything. Women are crying for us to get into positions of power so we can represent them. And please, 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 my sisters, when we get to government, can we represent? Can we deliver services? They are not looking for us. FIDA is not calling us here to come and go to government and give them our backs. They are expecting us to go and serve, work diligently, and deliver services back to our communities. And that is the best we can do for each other. Please be mothers first before anything else. Thank you very much.
Mine is to answer the question of the lady who asked about women in politics, elected leaders, and about holding hands. I want to answer that question in line with the mentorship and the question she asked about young people all at once. We as women should take up these spaces. You agree with that? There is nothing in your own people that you bring into the party. You cannot sit at the back and say, I'm not going to get into the party and expect to be in the hierarchy of the party or to be in the policy making organ. You have to offer, whether it is your professional input, your support, it cannot be only financial, but any other area. In that sense, also, it links up to the question about women in politics. Mine is to add on your view. The women groups in the parties, the guilds and all that, have you tried as women through the political party to approach your party officials to set up meetings with women leaders and they refused? If you haven't, then you cannot say they're not holding your hand because you do not approach them. You do not go on to ask that question. Let's also be very positive in this. Sit down with your party officials. I come from a party in North Kenya where our party leader is a woman. She sits with people across the board. Have you approached your party leaders in your specific parties and asked these people, you would like, as the women guild, as the youth league, we like to meet ABCD to have discussions, to have mentorship, because that is mentorship. The issue of the young people, these spaces you don't wait for it, you get it. You don't sit and say, I'm a woman and I'm young, so I have all the time in the world. The time is now. Offer whatever you can so that we are able to get to these spaces. Mentorship comes in political parties in terms of your ideology. What are you having to share? What are you telling your party? Because as a member, I believe you have an audience to your party. Take that responsibility and take it so diligently. Attend trainings when the party offers trainings. Don't go and sit and say, now I'm going to sit down. Mentorship is also reach out. Reach out to your party officials to set up those meetings. Number 2, offer your professional services. And number 3, and lastly, get to those spaces and attend trainings and meetings. That's how your presence is felt. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. A round of applause for each of our representatives. Now, in front of you, you have a book and a pen. Every one of you who has a question, write it down now. We have rapporteurs. Are the rapporteurs in the room? Please raise your hands. Incidentally, in case you're wondering if you work for VIDA, you are a rapporteur for the purpose of this exercise, please stand up so that they can see you. Pass your question to them so that we ensure that we get back to you. Write your name as well so that they can reach you. Write them down because as you can see, we're a little bit behind on schedule and I have one more treat for you because I'm not going to go away without some goodies. So, at the present time, I am going to close this particular panel. I will ask one of those who have come onto the stage, including Catherine Mohan, the chair of ODM election committee, who has left us, Salome Piarco, who is representing Veronica Maina of UDA, Millicent, and please feel free to wait so that they know who you are as I call your name. Millicent, another party leader for Kenya. Betty Adera, National Chairperson, Kanu, Women's Congress. Eunice Lamades, who is the Secretary, Coalition Coordinator, WIPA. Asha Bashir, the Deputy Secretary General of NARO Kenya. Sylvia Plum, who is the head of events at ANC. Hamisra Malik Azaka, who is the Secretary General of United Green Movement Party. And Grace Canyon, who is the Secretary General of IDEP. Please give them all a round of applause. It is very nice to see you, see the work that you're doing, and we thank you. Keep at it.
Thank you.
And as I escort them off the stage, we will ask for, I told you for one more treat. And our treat is none other than we stand on the shoulders of giants. Yes?
And here is one such giant, the Honorable Zipporah Tony of the For giants, we need giants to escort her. So ladies and gentlemen, please be outstanding as we ask Ayamba Africa to escort Madam Tony onto the stage.
Kina mama oye! Muko? Hata nimeshangaa. Can you stand and call yourself proud? Simameni na kujipenda, nasema I like myself. Najipenda mimi mwenyewe. Sababu mimi ni mama. Na ninastahili kiongozi. Kama kila mtu yoyote. Na kweli ujipende. Kweli ninajipenda. Asanteni. Nancy Igunu, the chairperson of FIDA, and Ireri, honorable members of parliament and MCS who are here, dignitaries present, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Mimi na furaha nyingi sana nikiona wamama is part of my life. Na ndio sababu nimeongoza wamama miaka mingi. Wangapi wananijua? Ngapi? Bas, tosha, asante. Nancy, sijui nitaanzia wapi na nimalizie wapi. How many minutes do I have to give you? Ngapi? Aya. Nafurahi sana. I'm happy and humble to be in your presence today. Na kusema kweli singepatikana. Lakini Nancy, nilikuwa hapa the whole of 2 weeks ago. Mimi nimeretire na ninafanya kazi zangu za kibinafsi. I am a farmer, I am still a mother, I am a grandmother and a great grandmother. And she called me last Friday and I was on my way home. I was passing Eldoret. Then she said, she used somebody else. And then I said, never, I am not able to come. Then I said, and she insisted. And I said, give her my number anyway. So when Nancy came on the line, I don't know what she told me. So here I am. I don't know, because I had refused to come. But because women are my passion, I'm here because of a purpose. And I want you to listen to me. You have the notebook. Listen to me very carefully, because this is a golden opportunity that I've given you, and for a good purpose. And let me have my phone. A good purpose. When I woke up, when I accepted, I say, why am I going to go? What am I going to tell them? I didn't know what to tell you, but I consulted my maker. And that's what I want to tell you now. Before I speak to you, you must know who you are, yourself. Know yourself before you present yourself to somebody else. You must know who is Zipporah is. I don't know all your names. Nancy, you must know who Nancy is before you get out to somebody else. That is a very important note I want you to take. So I asked God this morning, what am I going to tell these women? I don't know, I got a word from my prayer team. And the word says, while I'm looking for the word, I am standing on two positions this afternoon. Rahab Muyu would have been here also to give a keynote address. The national chair, Maendeleo ya Wanawake, was supposed to be here. But since I'm here, I take everything. Simunipigie makofi. Asante. So the word says, when God created a woman, he worked late and on a Friday. An angel came and asked, why spend so much time on her? The Lord replied, did you see all the specifications I had to meet in order to design it? She must function in all kinds of situations. Are you underlining that? You must function in all kinds of situations. She must be able to adopt several children at once. Kama uchapata uende upate, and you are trying to get. Have a hack that can heal anything from bruised knee to a broken heart. She must do it with 2 hands. She heals herself when she is sick and can work 18 hours a day. I wonder who can do that. It's only a woman. The angel was impressed. Only 2 hands? It's impossible. But is it not possible? So you've made it. You can make it. And this is the standard model of who you are. The angel approached and touched the woman. But you made her so soft, Lord. She's so soft, God said, but I made her strong. You cannot imagine what she can endure and overcome. Can she think? Asked the angel. Replied the Lord, no, not only can she think, she can reason and negotiate. Are you getting me? Kama usikii nitarudia, because I have come all the way from border of Uganda to give you this message. And it's not my message. It came through my phone at 3 a.m. when I was preparing to leave my house. And it is meant for you. The angel touched her cheek. God, this piece seems to be leaking. You have put too much of a burden on it, but it's not leaking. It is a tear. The Lord corrected the angel. What is it for? Asked the angel. The Lord said, tears on her way of expressing her sorrow, her doubts, her love, her loneliness, her suffering, and her pride. It made a great impression on the angel. God, you are genius. You thought of everything. A truly wonderful woman, said the Lord. Indeed, she is. She has the power to amaze a man. She can handle troubles and carry heavy loads. She holds happiness, love, and opinions. She smiles when she feels like screaming. She sighs when she feels like crying. When she's happy, she laughs. When she's scared, she fights for what she believes in. Her love is unconditional. And that is you. See, I said you must know yourself. Her heart breaks when a relative or friend dies, but she finds the strength to continue living. The angel asks, so she's a perfect being. Lord replied, no, it has only one drawback. She often forgets what she is worth. Poleni sana. You forget who you are. You forget how much you are worth. Kelele tu, and that will not help you. So that is the message that I especially brought it for you. I was asked to come and give a keynote address about you women and about where we are about to go. But first and foremost, allow me to sincerely thank FIDA Kenya for this magnificent Women Leadership Academy. This is a step forward for improving our status as women in this country. So allow me to give you the greetings of Rahab Muyu and give you a little bit of our women history. The journey of women. I will not be long. I will try because I have a speech that Rahab wrote, and I will leave it with you. I have my notes that I have prepared, but all almost speaks the same language. I want to say that as I join you today to give a speech on behalf of Maendeleo and myself, that the journey of women it's been very long, right from the colonial days. When the first constitution was negotiated, there was no woman, and that is in 52s. There was no women on the table. But when they were called to go for the Commonwealth negotiations, they felt embarrassed. And they decided to look for a woman. And women were not easy to be found at that time. But they found one mama, the late Mrs. Priscilla Abuao from Western Kenya, who is no longer with us. But that is our first mark in history of women changing the situation. But she could not do much, but at least the impact was felt that women were also needed. And I want you to listen to me very carefully so that when you know where you are now, you must take yourself to be very lucky and very privileged. Because I'm saying the journey has been very, very long and very, very windy. And I'm not going to say it's getting better because your behavior and situation is making it worse. The canes that we have received in this long journey. So that they went to Commonwealth, the Constitution of Kenya came, 1963, we got our independence. I don't know who was born at that time. I know I was a young woman. How many you are there? Thank you. Abby Gloria Asante, you are there. I don't know when you were born. I don't want to ask you now, but I trust you. So we got our independence. The first parliament almost ended without a woman, but we got lucky. We got a living legend. She's still living. She's with us. She's in Kisumu. I don't know who can give me that name here. Maybe Kisumu people will know. Mama Grace Mheshimiwa Honorable Grace Onyango is still living. She's the first woman in parliament, and for many years she was alone. And so we go moving. We got the first mayor in Kisumu also. We got the second mayor, the late Margaret Kenyatta for Nairobi City Council. And so the history of Kenya continues with women being very marginalized. So in 1958, the East African Women's League was formed by the colonial women. And when they had the East African Women's League, it was for mainly Mzungu women, white women. But they realized they wanted to include the home guards. The wives of the home guards were Africans. So they formed what it is called Maendeleo ya Wanawake. And Maendeleo is turning 70 years now. As I stand here, we are celebrating 70 years and programs are ongoing. And so when we got to the Maendeleo ya Wanawake, when we got our independence, Hayati Mzee Jomo Kenyatta realized that this is a noble organization, and it was adopted and it was supported, and they started the constitution, and they were given the building that we have now in Nairobi. And the first president was Child Mbogo, and then followed by Mama Phoebe Asiyo. She's still living, the two women are still there. And then several other women like the late Naomi Ramtu, Ruth Habwe, and Chikams the late Jane Giano, and then Onsando, then Zipporah Kitonyu is myself for 13 years, and so on and so on. And government supported most of the programs and still does. And so when we hosted the second conference, the World's United Women Conference in Nairobi in 1985, it's all government came to Nairobi, and Nairobi went to stand still. I don't know how many were born in that year. If you are there, please stand. 85 born, mimi najua nyinyi wote ni wadogo. Haya, mnaokopa. So we had the whole world in Kenya. And the second conference, we went to Beijing. We took 500 women to Beijing. And all governments adopted women to be part of agenda. And there is no, the 12 critical areas of concern were formed for countries to adopt. That is health, education, government, leadership. Everybody has no form of discrimination against women was passed in Beijing. Kenya took the biggest delegation. Another time, a lot of fighting we did. We went to Mzee Moi, President Moi, And I led the delegation, and I said, we are not going to be led by a woman to China, by a man, minister. And that is how Niva Mwenda was appointed the minister to lead the Kenyan delegation to Beijing. Makofi. So mnasema mnataka leadership, but you must know that we have come not on an easy platter. We came fighting and negotiating. Fighting and negotiating. And that is how women came. I must remember the women who fought in Mau Mau. Sorry, I skipped that. The women who fought in Mau Mau, we must always salute them because they played a big role also for women in this country. There is Field Marshal Muthoni wa Kirima, played a significant role in liberation and struggle, providing critical support for Mau Mau movement. There is also Mekatili Mensa, who led the Kiriama people against colonial administration in Kenya. There is Wangu wa Makeri, was the only female headman of the Kikuyu community during the British colonial period. And there is Wambui Otieno, was a Mau Mau scout, an urban guerrilla, a crusader for women's rights. There was Muthoni, Mary Muthoni Nyanjiru, led the protest after the arrest of Ari Thuku in 1952. That resulted in a death by the colonial government. There is Brigadier Wakachinga, one of the most senior women in the Mau Mau government. Mukami wa Kimathi was not only a wife of a field marshal, Tetan Kimathi, but also a forest fighter. Shokimau was famous Akamba prophetess. She prophesied the occupation of the Akamba by white people and construction of the railway line. Among the Abokusi was Mora Wagiti, a vocal prophetess who encouraged resistance to the colonial occupation. Mora inspired her nephew Otenyo Nyamatere, a warrior who led Kusi battalion of warriors to launch an attack in 1907. And then Maendeleo came in 52, what I've said. And then there is Jemima Kechaka, Fipi Asiyo, the founders, and there is Priscilla Abuao, the first African legislator, which I've just mentioned. And we have had women. I said Niva Mwendwa was the first woman minister in this country. And there was Great Okoth, who was the first assistant minister. And there was Chelakat Mutai also, who was the first woman in Kalenjin to be elected to parliament. There is Wangare Madai, Julia Ojambo, Rospella Mudavadi was just passed on in the US right now, Wangare Madai, and many others. I've mentioned PVP Asiyo, I've mentioned Jane Giano, I have mentioned myself, and so women have been there. But I must say that for me, when I was in Maendeleo, I got a lot of support with the government. If you remember, I don't know, maybe you may not, there was one time 15 women were appointed into parastatals, and because of that, women now started coming into places. So we played a big role. How did we manage to play that role? The women pioneers, and we call them now trailblazers, were very united. They were each other's keeper. If you are a sister to a sister, you must cover her when she's naked. But right now, You are undressing yourself in public. You are making so much noises, and your noises will never take you anywhere. You must learn to be a woman and remain a woman at all times. Even if you are unpacking, 300 of you are going to go for politics. I went for retirement personally because I could not stand what I'm seeing, the behaviors that are being played in the leadership, especially women. You must remain a woman of respect, of principle, and of decorum. Dress properly. You have children who are seeing you as their mother, and don't embarrass them because they are future leaders of tomorrow. So if you are seeking for leadership, remember those words that we must remain a woman and remain the pillar of Kenya at any time so that we may have good leadership and respect across the community. But the behavior of going to shout in parliament, shout in National Assembly, does not help. It gives you a bad name. And women, when you have not even committed a mistake, it's magnified more than anything else. But if a man makes a mistake, inaishia tu hapo. Lakini mama yako inachukuliwa mbali sana. So learn to be a woman of respect, of deco, so that you are able to carry this country far. And you can implement those resolutions. There is no more discrimination, but it will only be better if you know what you are expected to be and to share and to offer to this country that God gave us, because we are in a wonderful country and it is only women who will make it better for us. So, Nancy, I will not want to say much. Anytime you need me, I'm available for any advice. I want to tell those who are vying, join the party, support the party. I have been a member of KANU since inception. I have never been Malaya left and right. Be steady and love what you are doing. Correct it where you are. Ati kutangatanga utapata nini? You get a bad name. I am commanding a lot of respect in this country. I get a lot of salutes. I'm CPS. So work on that so that you are respected. So I'm a living example. Nancy, you did make a mistake by inviting me. So I say, thank you, women. I'm there for you. Anytime you want me, I will be able to come and talk with you. But because I did not write the speech, I was just ambushed. But I'm always a working dictionary for women issues in this country. So thank you, and may God bless you. I wish you Merry Christmas, festive season, Happy Jamhuri, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year, and successful campaigns. Campaign, let your good deeds be seen. Don't be a drum. Omba kura kwa unyenyekevu. Let people see what you have done. Si kuchipendekeza ati umefaa makeup vile nimefaa, then you will be liked. No. People will see your goodness by what you are doing, not by what you dress. Hata ukifaa ile miniskirt tulifaa samani, you will not get the vote. Let your character give you the vote. Asanteni.
Wow, living legend indeed. Thank you so very much. You know, you spoke about the Mandalay market and also about going to Beijing. How many people know the history of what the women fought for in Beijing? Truly, if you don't, this is living history that you need to learn about, because there are seminal moments in women's leadership. And the Honorable Nino Mwamba leading that delegation to Beijing. I was knee-high to a grasshopper, but I remember that that was the point when even I, this height, knew that I mattered in this country, because someone like me could represent a nation. Now, the next steps. We're going to go to lunch in a very short while, but allow me to say a number of things. I see the energy in the room and the desire not only to speak but to have the questions answered. The questions, some of you have given them to me, they need to go to the secretariat. Please stand up if you are with FIDA right now so that the other women can see you and can bring the questions to you. Please stand up, starting from Anne and everyone else at FIDA, stand there and wave. Now, where am I going to go up? Thank you. Moses, turn around and wave. Make sure that you take them to them. Please maybe stand up, pause for a minute, have conversation, wave so that the women can see you and bring the questions to you. And when you come to the front and stand, wave. I want everyone to be able to see you. Come to this side as well so that they can see you. This is where to bring your questions to, okay? Make sure that you do. Thank you to everyone who's brought them to me, but these are the people to bring them to. Now, this evening when you go back to your hotel, don't just go onto your phones, WhatsApp, meeting, because you can do that any other time. This evening, meet as you are in your hotels and now strategize based on today. If all of these words have just entered into your head and you do nothing about them, we will have wasted our money and our time as FIDA, which will be very sad because we did a lot of work to get you here. So make sure this evening is about strategizing. How are we going to support one another? What are the strategies that we're going to undertake in order for us to get to the next level? So, now, thank you very much. Now, there's a FIDA member at each of the hotels. So if you need a room or a meeting room to convene, make sure that you get in touch with a member, with a FIDA person from your hotel. What else do I want to say to you? This afternoon, we now go into a conversation about pre-election and election day. So that's where now the focus needs to go to. Make sure that all of those things that you're being asked to make, that you're clear on. Party rules, party regulations, the election-related laws, that you're clear on them. And if there's something you don't know, ask it this afternoon. And be kind on your moderator and be strategic in your question and straight to your question. We're going to go to lunch now. Everyone should have a lunch voucher. Is there anyone who does not? Raise your hands really high if you do not have a lunch voucher. So there's a lady who is standing with a black sweater and a polka dress by the doorway. She will have the vouchers for you. If you haven't received the voucher yet, look at your times now. Mine says 1:46. So, your time now. I think we can say 1:47. In 45 Swiss minutes. But before we go, allow us as a mark of respect to please stand up and give a standing ovation for Madam Zipporah Kichwani as she leaves, and then we can leave after. Please let's celebrate her and allow her to leave.